right, it's the after show. So I don't even know what we were talking about. I got lost in all of that. How are the Cubs doing?
0-0, top of the second.
All right. So that means nothing then.
It means everything.
Means we still got a chance.
Yeah. You know what? Isn't this the place they usually get to where when they get into the playoffs, they, like, rock the season out? They get in the first round, they rock it out to get to the second round, and
I don't want to talk to you. Don't.
Hasn't that happened?
Don't say it.
Okay.
It has, but it's not going to happen this time.
Yeah.
Because last year they didn't. I don't want to say they didn't deserve it, but they weren't.
They weren't favorites.
They weren't favorites, and they weren't as good as they are this year. So
okay. I mean, I'm not wishing it on them at all. I want them to do great. I used to be a Cubs fan. I used to go to the games. I lived right there. And I just don't really care, and I don't follow it or anything. But I think it's great. I think it'd be great if they would win. It's about time.
It'd be good for the city for sure.
Who are they playing?
The Giants.
Okay.
San Francisco Giants.
Is that where Steve lives?
Yes. He's not a Giants fan.
Oh, I was going to say we could abuse him.
No, he's not.
Is he an A's fan?
Huh?
Is he an A's fan?
No, he's not really into baseball. He's a San Francisco 49ers fan.
Okay.
So. The Bears play the Niners this year, so we'll have some fun trash talking two terrible teams.
Oh, they're awful, both of them.
Oh yeah, it's been that kind of year, but that's okay. I'll take a terrible Bears season if we can get this done.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I will congratulate you if it happens because I know how hard you work.
Are you watching?
I'm watching it.
What, do you get hit in the shoulder?
Yeah.
You know who's not watching?
You.
Yeah, me. Sorry, guys. So, all right.
Is anybody watching us?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, two are watching. And it's not us.
Me and Chris?
Yeah.
I'm not watching, so.
No, it doesn't count it that way. When you're on here, on Google Live, it doesn't actually count the two of us. So there's other people watching. It's probably Danette. Danette usually joins us, and then I don't know who else is in there.
Is it Raccoon 2?
I hope not. But somebody could give us a thumbs up if they're watching. Let's see. Did you guys watch this trailer for The Thinning? It's a YouTube.
Yeah, that looks pretty interesting, doesn't it?
I have not.
Is it a movie or is it a TV show? I didn't watch it. I just read that they had this. I'm intrigued.
It's kind of like The Purge, but in school. And it looks semi-interesting. So
there's
But is it a movie or a series?
I didn't see that. I just saw the trailer, but I mean, I didn't look into it because I saw it just before we got on. But basically, it's like a teacher gets up there and says, if you don't cut it in school, we're going to get rid of you. And by getting rid, they mean kill. So
interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Danette is here with us. Hi, Danette.
Hi, Danette.
Hola.
Let's see. What else do we have? That one looks really cool to me. Yeah.
Did you see the new Walking Dead teaser they put out at New York?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, where you see Rick getting dragged into the trailer.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, he looks up. He's like, I'm going to kill you. I don't know when, but may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I'm going to kill you. And then he takes the hatchet. You know what's coming, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a long time coming. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, we don't know who dies. And there's been all this speculation. But if you're a Walking Dead fan, I don't care. I don't think this is a spoiler because in the comics, early on, Rick loses a hand. And this whole time, everyone's been saying he's not supposed to have a hand by the time he meets the governor. No, it's actually when he meets the governor. The governor cuts it off.
The governor takes his hand, yes.
But that's way back in like issue, that's even before 50. That's like issue 40 or something. And we're on 140 now.
Right.
So it's a long time coming that his hand should have come off.
But they're not following. They're not following the books
not super closely. No, but there've been a lot of hints about him losing his hand. I think he's losing it in this episode.
He's gonna go all Ash on it. He's gonna have something on there. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think it's happening, man.
Yeah, the chainsaw hand.
He'll have something. He'll have a chainsaw or like who knows, a knife or something like that.
Like what's his face had? Daryl, not Daryl.
Oh yeah, his brother.
His brother.
The thing on with the knife sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I think it's going to be awesome. We're going to have the hatchet, and he's going to have the missing hand, and he's going to be the Rick that we know in the comics.
Because they took Carl. They did the thing where they took Carl's eye.
Yeah,
they took Carl's eye. I mean, Daryl isn't part of the comics, and that's been a pretty good add-on.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff like that's gone on. Lots of character changes. Characters that should be dead aren't dead. Characters that are dead that should not be dead.
Because doesn't Andrea is still alive in the comics?
She's up to the point I read she was still alive. I don't know like right now if she is, but she was she becomes awesome in the comics. Mm-hmm. And I mean I thought she was great on the show, but she becomes like a real like sharpshooter, really tough. And I think they were playing with other characters kind of being that character here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that, but there are some things that, like, it seems to be circling back to the comic a little bit stronger now. So when we look at stuff like I can't think of anybody's name. I'm really tired. But the guy with the tiger, Ezekiel, right? Yeah. Now we're getting him. We're getting Negan. We're getting all this stuff, and they seem to be like setting us up that it's going to be very similar to the comics. I'm
going to be interested to see because
Daryl's not going to die. Danette said she hopes Daryl doesn't. There's no way it's Daryl, right?
He makes too much money going to cons. Did you see how much they charge? Like he gets paid by Wizard to appear.
Yeah.
No, is it bad? What is it?
I think he gets $500,000.
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
To show up plus he makes
whatever he makes. So it's ridiculous what he walks away with.
They don't make any money off of the photo sales when they pay them that much. That all goes to Wizard World.
No.
Yeah, when they do it like that, that money is Wizard World. They pay them a flat fee and say, we own you for 4 days. You'll do what we want, and then that's how Wizard World makes their money back.
Interesting.
They set it up like, because when we were talking about that convention we were thinking about doing, I looked into how they do it, and they do some of it is where you pay them less and then they make all the money off of that. And then there's others where you just pay them a fee and you say, I get you 8 hours a day. You'll do what I want. Some will be talking to fans. Some will be doing this. And then you collect the fees for whatever happens. And I think that's the way Wizard World does it.
Interesting.
Because they, when they're paying, it can't be 500 for a weekend, can it? Like 500 for 10 shows or something? I don't know. I mean, because I thought
no way, 500 for 10 shows. Yeah, because if he wouldn't take that deal, he could sign autographs and make that. Look at what happened when Matt Smith came, and he made 1.2 or something in one weekend at like the St. Louis Wizard World, just off autographs and stuff.
He didn't make that much money. That's what.
Yes, he did.
You
don't think so?
No, because I think they make. I mean, I think it's a ton, but I think it's. He might get paid $50 or $100K to show up, and then Wizard World charges people $50 or $100 a shot. Because why? How could they make any money if they charge them $100,000? And then
it's drawn on entry level ticket sales. I mean, because without these people coming in, how are you going to? I mean, they charge now so much for that weekend pass; it's ridiculous.
Well, a regular weekend pass is only, I hate to say, only $90. It's only $90 for Wizard World. So
no, it was more than that because Saturday alone is $60.
No, it's $90 for a 4-day.
No, for Wizard World,
I haven't paid.
Wizard World is $90 for a 4-day.
I haven't paid in a long time, so.
But then that's just to get in. That's nothing. Yeah, I know. I mean, me neither. So, I mean, they charge you more if you want to do Saturday alone, but if you do any other day, it's like nothing. So if you buy all 4 of them, it's cheap. Maybe it's 120. So the difference between 120 and 90 isn't that much. But how many people do you think go for the whole time? How many tickets do you think they sell in Chicago? 100,000, maybe 50,000.
Okay.
There's no way.
No, it was. They said it was about 100,000 at the last show.
So out of 100,000 people, do you think they all buy full boat tickets?
No.
I mean, so
okay. So let's just say the average then is $50 a ticket times 100,000.
That's $5 million.
There's $5 million.
Right.
That's not enough to pay Matt Smith $1 million to come because he's one of 40 people. I mean, I think the way it works is I give those guys like 50 or 100K. And
yeah, but I bet they only pay that much to a couple of people because they usually have like 2 or 3 like huge headliners, and then the rest of it, it's probably people that are making the money off their pictures. There might be a couple of people that they pay up front that way.
Well, because you pay with
Arietta just hit a 3-run home run.
Did he? That's awesome.
Bumgardner, you stink. All right.
There it is. I just saw it came in play runs. Nice.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You should have seen me Friday night. My wife thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Oh, when he hit the home run?
Jenny, bring the defibrillator out.
Every pitch by pitch, I was just holding on for dear life.
You were clenching like you had to go back?
Oh, man. That's how I am when I'm watching sports. Like, you guys are distracting me, which is not a bad thing.
I'm watching the Major League Baseball or MLB.com, live action, and it's about 5 seconds behind. But I saw that he hit it, so that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. It was nice. It was a 3-run shot.
See you later. Now Arrieta's just going to get ugly pitching.
Dexter Fowler's now hit a base hit. Now he's on. Look at that. Boom. Get Bumgarner out of his game. He stinks.
Is that the pitcher you were saying is so amazing?
Yeah. He is amazing, but Arrieta's amazing too.
He is.
I mean, they had the guy who won the Cy Young Award last year was arguably maybe one of the best seasons ever in baseball he pitched.
Yeah. And he started out this year with 11 straight starts. He was like 10-1 with like a 1.25 ERA and had a complete had a no-hitter.
Right.
And he's had some mechanic issues in the second half, but he wasn't terrible.
No, he's still still what?
Maybe he still won 19 games. Right. 18 games. I mean, come on.
He's the 5th or 6th best pitcher in baseball and the 3rd best pitcher on his team.
Yeah, he's the 3rd starter on our team.
Because it's ridiculous, but yeah.
Everybody out there who's watching a geek show wants to learn about baseball.
You know what? I have
Chris Bryant's MVP
for the last 3 minutes.
Chris Bryant MVP. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Man, I'm glad to the after show and not the regular show.
Well, we could have done that. So no, but going back to this Wizard World thing, and Chris,
you are right. 94 if you pre-order tickets for the 4-day.
Right. So it's in that $100 range for a 4-day. I thought Des Moines, the 3-day shows were like 90 or 85, which is a lot to pay. I mean, they obviously spend a
but in Des Moines they had nobody. Who do they have in Des Moines show up?
Who was a big guy in Des Moines?
We had Lando Calrissian. We had
Lando.
Robert Englund. We spent some time with. Oh,
yeah, but they're not getting paid $500,000. Like,
no,
those guys aren't getting that kind of money.
I would bet they get, but still for a weekend they get 25 or 30K for 24 hours worth of work. That's really good. Or 50K, whatever. I mean, I would bet that some of those guys got money. Who was the big draw in Des Moines when we were there? I saw Alex.
I just remember. I don't remember. Yeah, Alex Kingston.
Oh, Shatner was there. That's who was there.
Was he? But I don't remember.
Again, Shatner is not getting that kind of money.
No. If he never did one and came out of nowhere to do it, he would. Like Robert Downey Jr. coming to one is going to make that because he never does these.
And I'm sure Wizard paid hefty to have Hemsworth and Evans and those guys show up at those few shows that they wanted, which I'm still disappointed that we didn't get a Chicago show. But I mean, it's I can see that because there's so much more that they're making their money on, though, Chris. Like, I think what pays for them to hold it is how much they charge for booths and tables and the people that sell. It's why when you go to these conventions, everything is overpriced. I've stopped shopping at conventions.
They charge a ton.
Unless I can find like that rare gem that you never see anywhere. And I think it's really that's what really gets them. It's their base, and then their extra cheddar is what they make on these additional ops and things that they have. Because the convention center can't be that much, because on top of them holding it there, it brings in people into the area. So the Rosemont wants that to be priced well enough to draw in that crowd, because other establishments around the convention center are making money as well.
See, I find it hard to believe that they're paying all of them that way. I really doubt it. But, Chris, you might be right. It might be certain people that do get a hefty fee and that are owned for that weekend. But I'd like to know what that breakoff is, because I'm telling you, it was over $1 million that Matt Smith made, and he didn't do conventions here. And then he contacted Karen Gillan. Somehow she got wind of that, and that's why she showed up then. She wasn't doing any of them. And then all of a sudden she's like, whoa, he got $1 million. And I thought I read that she cleared like just under $1 million on her first one. Maybe. So that can't be that Wizard World's paying that. I think it might be an option. Certain big names, they might option that, but I don't know. But you know what? Who knows?
I would if you're talking about the article that I read, and I think you and I read the same article by him, I thought that's what he made doing conventions that year was $1 million.
It was one convention that I remember where he made a ton.
They were talking about it. I thought I read it as that's what he made doing conventions, that he might make like, a ton of money making those appearances. I could be wrong, but that sounds like way too much money to pay somebody to have come in, because even at $100 a photograph, you need to do 10,000 photographs to make that much money to pay him.
Yeah, but when they're doing the experience, and those are $400 or $500 pops.
Yeah, but they only sell like 300 or 400 of those. So, I mean, we're not talking about the end of the world. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they give them something for it, but maybe they only give them a little bit of the picture money and then they pay them. But I can't believe they get everything. So,
yeah, I don't know. All I know is we're not getting jack, which is why we're not going back for a while. I mean, we provide entertainment. We don't get anything. So I think it's a Lil. I think he queried the deal, but that's just me.
Yeah. Lil got paid, he said. So
I did. I
get
paid in chicken nuggets.
Oh, if they were gluten-free, I'd take that deal. Nobody?
Sounds gross. Who wants gluten-free chicken nuggets? It's gross.
It's all I can have. Come on, man.
Still gross.
Gears of War movie. Do you think this is going to be anything? I think that the property had more interest a couple of years ago when everyone was hot on it. Right now, it better be a really good movie, or who cares, right?
I mean, yeah, I think they missed their mark on making this movie when the game was hot.
Just like Halo. They had an opportunity to make a Halo movie when it was like everything. If they made it now, it's like you better put a really good movie out there or it's kind of irrelevant. The gamer has moved on to other things. Even if they did, a Call of Duty movie, they better pick the right Call of Duty to follow to make it, and they better have a strong story or they're going to lose everybody.
Yeah, but they've done a zillion Call of Duty movies. It's just, it's some guy shooting stuff. So, I mean, they can reenact that, but you're right about Gears of War. People are beyond that in terms of games. Games have what shelf life? 6 months, if that, right now?
Right.
I mean,
right.
If that, unless they bring back the series and keep, they can build that play. It makes it rough. So,
yeah. I mean, I get it. Assassin's Creed, it's different. It's cool. I think you could pull that off. If they did The Last of Us, if they did Red Dead Redemption, these are properties I think something cool could happen with. This, I think they may have missed their timing on it.
Probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe they can make it cool enough and time it with another release or another edition of the game to make it relevant. But
yeah, and if they don't do that, they're really missing the mark.
Yeah, sorry.
But I don't know. Maybe it'll be cool. Maybe once again, this will be something we watch and it owns us. We're just like, oh, finally! Why did they take so long? I mean, that could be the reaction.
It could be. So
or it could be World of Warcraft, where some people think it's really cool, and a lot of people go, "I hope there's a better sequel."
Yeah,
Warcraft. I'm going to interrupt here because I got some information on our prior discussion on the conventions.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about back to our Bayside High conversation from a few weeks ago.
No, so they're saying that Norman Reedus demands per convention is $200,000 to guarantee to appear. Then it looks like that he gets a cut from the autographs and photos that are made.
So he knows he's walking away with $200,000.
And they said
it's just like splitting the door. They give him
walks away. They said on average with $500,000 per convention.
So the first 200,000 that they make, they pocket then because they've paid it out to him. After that point, they split it somehow that's reasonable. And how much does he walk away with?
They said close to $500,000, just like we said about 500,000. So, they said that early on numbers came away with the same amounts of money for Chris Evans and even Stephen Amell was he getting about that for the conventions he participated in.
Makes sense. All right.
What is the salary per Walking Dead episode now? I mean, I know it's different than like, when the Friends cast was getting made, a couple $1 million per episode.
Yeah, he's not getting that. It's AMC. They're not paying that.
Yeah, but he's probably making. He's one of the stars, so I would say he's $100,000 an episode.
Oh, way more than that.
$200,000 an episode. So
maybe. That might be. If you take a season, he probably gets paid by the season, and they probably 12 episodes.
Well, yeah, if you count by the half season, then yeah.
I would say he probably walks away with a couple of million for a season.
Okay. So then him making $500,000 on a weekend convention and doing all these makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah.
He's lining his pockets up.
Yep. And we may be way off on that.
When he was on in the movie Mimic for 5 seconds and better than he was in Blade 2.
Yeah.
And he's making that, back. So sorry to cut you guys off on Warcraft and Gears of War. But that was important.
I just saw this. It's estimated that no, that's not right. He's worth $8 million. It says his annual income from he earns about $80,000 an episode. Annual income 1.28.
Okay. There you go.
Right.
That's $100,000. So there you go.
There you go.
Not terrible. I mean, less than I thought. But again, you're right. It's AMC. It's not network.
Right. AMC is notorious for not paying real well. But you know what? That's why he does conventions. And if you're walking away with $500,000 every time you do one, you do 10 conventions in a year. That's some money.
Yeah.
And he has a great time.
That would make sense if his annual, you said at $8 million. If he's only getting $1 million of it doing the show, making $7 million doing conventions. That's what is that? 14 conventions a year. That makes sense. That's a convention a month, a little more than a convention a month.
Sure.
So there you go.
There you go.
Done and done. We've solved the riddle of Norman Reedus at conventions.
Right.
But I can believe. So you said it was Matt Smith, right? That makes that money.
Maybe he did. Then
you said 1.2.
It was for
Matt Smith.
I thought it was one convention, and it was the
it could
first
be because
time.
He doesn't. Yeah, it could be because he doesn't do it. You know what I mean? Just like if Downey said, "I'm going to Wizard World wherever," that place is probably going to have. I will go to that place. I don't care where it's. I don't care if it's Wizard World Antarctica. If he's going to be signing autographs, I will figure out how to get there.
Right.
It's just I would want to do that. So Doctor Who is huge. I mean, of course, we know that here. And if Matt Smith's only doing one convention in the States, I'm sure they got just crazy amount of fans.
Sure.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. It was insane. I can only imagine when they did Tenet and Matt Smith together in St. Louis. How many people?
Matt Smith wants to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
Why not, man?
Well, he talks. I mean, him and Karen Gillan are really good friends, and she's banking. I'm sure. as Nebula, right? That's who she is.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
Nebula.
she's Nebula. David Tennant is the Purple Man. I mean, so like, bring them all in. Come on,
Bring them all in.
Come home. Come to Daddy.
We want Marvel money.
Who
Get it
doesn't?
before it goes away.
Did we even talk about? Did you guys talk about while I was off air? Sigourney Weaver and the Defenders.
Nope, we didn't get to that. We only got like 2 minutes, so let's hit them fast. Sigourney Weaver. We don't know what character she's playing, but she's the villain in the Defenders. How awesome was that? Seeing the Defenders all on stage.
It was great. I'm super excited. Luke
ready.
Cage was phenomenal.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, and the trailer for Iron Fist hit. That's amazing.
Yes.
I mean, this is all.
I was just so
good.
happy they gave him the glowing fist. I wasn't sure what they were going to do. If it was just not going to be anything, you get a glowing fist. You get him to get that chi going.
Yep, and
you get the dragon tattoo on his chest.
Really awesome too.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, love it. Didn't we see something else too? We saw that. We saw Defenders. Did we get any other news from Marvel? I can't remember.
We got some like cartoon news. I mean, the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon is ending on Disney XD. And they're doing a new Spider-Man cartoon. Wait, what?
I was just gonna say Forrest Whitaker is gonna be in Black Panther, but that might be old.
Well, no, you're right. They did come out this week. He's playing Zuri, I think, or Zoo, something with a Z. I can't remember. He's going to be an elder. He's going to be an elder statesman of Wakanda.
Hey, who brought the dogs here? Hey, Dave Alicious said the Defenders should be very afraid. Yeah, man, Sigourney Weaver is going to be tough. Maybe she'll bring her friend. What's his name? The Alien? That'd be awesome.
Alien, yeah.
Alien versus Defenders.
Oh, yes! Luke Cage, pop! Acid all over his arm. He's like, this doesn't work on acid.
Would it be better if it was Bill Murray with a I Ain't Afraid of No Goat shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything's better with that. Lemony Snicket trailer hit. You guys see that?
No.
It's great. Patrick Warburton. Once again, Patrick Warburton. He's the narrator. He comes out and he talks about he's Lemony Snicket, I believe. And he talks about, the cast or whatever. And he's like, we're having it's very somber around here, all the death and everything. And then you just hear, wah! In the background. He's like, well, not everybody. That's Count Olaf, which is Neil Patrick Harris. And it's like, you hear it, and you're just like, oh, I am ready for this show. It's going to be really good. Do you guys even care? Mm-hmm. I love it. We've read all the books here. We love it. We love it. I think it's going to be really good.
My kids aren't there yet for those books, so no, we have not gotten to it.
They skipped to Alien. So
yeah, right. No, man, it's really, really
nothing wrong
really
with
good.
that.
Nothing.
And Iron Fist got a release date. It's March.
March. St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. So now we know that for sure.
I ain't going out drinking. I'm gonna be drinking in some Iron Fist.
Yes. Oh yeah. You got some hand butter. Bam, hot butter.
Ooh, glowing hot butter. And all green. That'll be good.
Done.
You're in? That's good.
I can't see. I mean, there's a lot of like little stuff.
I
thought there was a ton of news that came out of New York, but as I'm scanning, I'm not seeing anything.
Did you see Miss Peregrine's?
I don't plan on seeing it.
I thought you guys saw it. So
no, it was
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Is it as good as you had thought it would be?
I had no idea what to expect. I liked it. I like the idea of the universe and stuff. I thought it was well done. It's kind of hard seeing Ender being the star, because that's Asa Butterfield, right? That's how you say his name. But he was Asa. He was good. I thought it was a really nice mix, and with them being in England and stuff, I thought it had a good, kind of Harry Potterish kind of twist, but it was good.
Well, the books are cool. I don't think they hold up the way, a Harry Potter would, but I do like the books. I think they're really cool. And I think this movie looked really great. I'm in. I want to see it. I haven't heard anything bad. I've heard it's really good. I've heard there was a really funny article saying that this movie kind of shows us that Johnny Depp and Tim Burton should not work together anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're saying, as soon as Burton is away from Depp, he's making good movies again, which is funny because Depp really is such a good actor, but I think that it's gotten old.
Yeah, I think it's become more
like we talked about with Pirates.
Right. It's about more how weird he's gonna be than the actual story. That's what kind of happens with it. So
Right.
I think.
Right. Last thing I have, which I don't have, I'm clicking on it now. Batman, the title was revealed. Did you see this? Oh. Did you guys see this? That Ben Affleck came out with what the title is for his solo Batman movie?
The Batman?
Batman. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that was the initial rumor that they were going because there was a Batman cartoon called The Batman, and
which was really good.
And is there a book like I can't remember if it was a comic book series.
I don't know, but I remember that I'm sure there is, but I remember that cartoon series was really good. I think it's on Netflix too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that was cool. I didn't love it. Like Batman the Animated Series is the best Batman animated thing. But
it might be the really best cartoon ever made, though. I mean, that's the.
It really is. Series. It's outstanding.
There's not many cartoons like. I know people will be like, "Oh, Bugs Bunny" and whatever, but I mean, I'm just talking about like, modern day cartoons, like from 1980 till through
that are TV shows,
right?
Other than Ren and Stimpy.
Well, that's the greatest. That's
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. Come on, dude.
Beavis and Butthead Do America.
The first.
You know what? I love that movie so much.
You would.
I do, man. That movie is so funny.
Than South Park movie.
That movie is so funny too.
The South Park movie might be the greatest animated movie ever.
Dude, what's that? It's the sound of a dying giraffe. We lost Chris.
That's okay.
There we go.
No, he's there.
I was gonna say that you open the South Park movie. We're not gonna swear of a 15-minute song. Excuse me for saying it like that. That's fantastic.
So he says, "Excuse me for saying it," yet proceeds to sing an entire chorus.
Are we gonna do it? Can I sing the entire song because I can sing Uncle? No, I won't.
I trumped it. Sorry.
I have the soundtrack. Everything. It's one of the greatest movies ever conceived.
So, David Licious said, "Take our money," and Danette said, "Lemony Snicket looked great. Power Rangers looks good." Yeah, we talked about Power Rangers. That's on our regular show. Yeah, I mean, time will tell. But Defenders, I'm all about the Defenders right now.
Yeah,
that and Westworld.
Iron Fist first, so I'll give it that. Let's let Iron Fist play out. Give him his due because I like the trailer. It even said like the final Defender.
Yeah,
and I like that.
Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver with her alien friend. I hope she doesn't bring her big blue friend. Avatar shows up. That won't happen. All right, are we done? Can we go?
We're done.
That's it for this week. Thank you for listening, everybody. We had some viewers there. Thanks, Dave Alicious. Thank you, Raccoon Star, and thank you,
Cubs.
Jeanette. And go Cubs! And everybody. I'm going to bed because I have a midterm tomorrow. I'm a student.
Study.
Yeah, so that's it. We're out of here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.